Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. I have not a clue, well, I guess I have a clue, but it's just a clue. I don't know why Americans, why the media, in many cases, mainstream or whatever media, accepts the level of harmful, violence encouraging, vindictive, angry, bigoted, destructive rhetoric is allowed to be given, especially by many of these prominent Republican people, Trump included, many others. Just vengefulness is going on. It's revenge talk. Get back at him, hurt him. Why is that being accepted as normal rhetoric on many of the media platforms? Why isn't it being called out? What is going on? Why do Americans want it? Why do they applaud it? Why do they sanction it? You know, there was some level of standard. Now it's no standards whatsoever. Come on. They bleep out an F word, but they allow destructive conversation and talk all over, saying it's First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment, all this other stuff. And people are being hurt. People are being influenced. People are being changed, become different. Not to be honest, God-fearing, loving people, but hateful people. All they want is revenge. Like this stupid impeachment thing on Joe Biden, or Trump's rhetoric against judges. Every judge that's against, that he has, they're all despicable Marxist, communist, hate them, kill them, destroy them type people. That everybody's against them and these people believe in it and that's what they believe, so what are you going to do about that? But why does the rest of the society have to accept this nonsense, this garbage that's out there? Why? Why are we accepting it? I don't understand it. We had standards. We had common discourse. It was obvious. It was just the way people, conducted themselves in public forums and many times in private. I mean, sometimes the emotions got going, but it wasn't all the bloody time like it is now. Lying, accepting anything just to, prove their point. These committees that are being, presented by Congress and the House of Representatives and the McCarthy statements, the hypocrisy that's going on. One minute you're for this thing, next minute you're not for it, and people don't give a hoot. And these intelligent, people who we elected into Congress and other positions of power don't say a damn thing. This statement that Romney's out there now talking about, these people are this and that, hard statements. I've said many times, the man is not just a senator. And all senators are, in my mind, should be on the platforms out there talking to get people to be real, decent, honorable citizens and abide by the law. The religious community should definitely do that, and I don't see him doing it. But Romney gets up there and he says some very true things. But these things should have been said, years ago. Not now, not just now, and now's fine. I mean, you say them. But what the heck is going on? Why was there such reticence to talk about this clown out there who's just a vengeful, angry man with little or no background, who doesn't really understand much of anything, who says Putin's a bloody genius, and Putin had this huge army, he couldn't even take the Ukraine, who was underprepared, underdeveloped, and now he's losing the bloody thing. And can't fess up to it, can't man up to it. None of these people can man up to anything. They can't have a decent debate. All they have to do is talk over everybody. There's no communication. And the people accept that, and the mainstream media accepts that. Some people are speaking out, which is good, because you have to speak out. But why do you have to be angry and powerful in your voice and they say, well, they're finally doing. Come on. This should have been done a long time ago. Hold people to standards, and they're not. But especially these Republicans. I really disdain the fact that I have to specifically point out this vile rhetoric coming out of people like Trump all the damn time. Gosh. It's not a Republican thing, but they are really doing a job on it. They are really implementing it. They are pushing the agenda. And they don't have a platform. They don't have policy. All they do is hate, for crying out loud. And man, it's tiresome. It's pathetic. Jeez. All these attacks on judges, all these attacks, vicious attacks. And, they're inciting people to do bad things. It's obvious. Everybody knows it, but they won't say it. They won't do anything about it. Jack Smith puts a motion in there. The judge sanctions in some small way, but lets the guy do whatever the hell he wants. Why? Because they're afraid of insurrection again? That these masses will jump up and pound the doors? Well, let them. Boy, am I tired of seeing this nonsense out there. The little bit that I do see. And I don't see a lot of it. I don't watch a lot of that. I do watch it. I do see it. And I do see little clips here and there. But the hypocrisy of these Republicans is beyond me. And the Romney guy, he's the only one that I saw that at least addressed the issues of impeachment in a decent, reasonable way. McConnell, good grief, and yet they're held to some high esteem. They shouldn't be. But Romney did take a stand, which was good. Of course it's good. Should there have been more? Of course, yes, definitely. The religious leaders, again, I talk about this quite often. These religious leaders are not doing what they need to do to direct and show and channel these evil tendencies. Do they want violence? Do they really want some guy, some woman to commit a crime and then they'll say something? Is that what they want? Do you have to have the 4 or 5 deaths at an intersection before the dang stoplight goes up? I really don't think so. But, proof's in the pudding. Whether you eat it with your fingers or you eat it with a spoon, it's in the pudding. If it tastes good, it's good. And this mockery, but it's the vitriol. It's the encouraging the violence in these subtle ways. I'm not saying, go kill. No, don't say that directly. But anybody with a half a brain knows what they want, knows what they're inspiring these people to do. And it's wrong. You know it, I know it, everybody should know it. It's wrong. I'm sorry I had to make this thing, and sorry I have to specifically focus on this Republican stuff, but my gosh, it's full of it. This Comer guy and the all these things that are going on in the Congress just to cause harm, not to create common ideas, common ground, work together, none of that stuff. Joe Biden said, I'm going to try to do this. Okay, well, he tried, but you got to have cooperation. If you don't have cooperation, I don't care what man can do it all by themselves. You've got to have cooperation. They are not cooperating, are they? Why? What is the influence here? It's tragic. You understand it. I know it is. People don't seem to want to address it. I don't know why. So I did my little bit here on the clip. I'll do it again shortly because it's out of control. Should they put that guy Trump in jail? Absolutely. I could care less whether he's a candidate. I don't give a hoot about that. He's a man who is charged, indicted by a grand jury of his peers. People. It wasn't weaponized, none of that crap. I worked for the government. I know these people. Can they be influenced? Yeah, they're people. Were they influenced across the board? All the thousands of come on, wake up. Wake up, America. If you can't wake up, there's nothing coming down the line and look at DeSantis, look at that Yamaswamy, you look at all these people, they voted, they raised their hand saying they will take a felon as their president. Great Scott. Is that where we are? I hope not. I truly hope not. And Chris Christie waving his hand up and down, whether or not he couldn't make he said he didn't vote, but it looked like he was waving. He was indecisive. The power of those people, all they're saying, Tim Scott, this good Christian senator, come on. You're going to vote for a criminal? Someone who was convicted? You're going to vote for them? Even indicted is wrong. You know that. Everybody knows that. There's enough evidence to indict a person that he committed a crime. You're going to put them as president of the United States of America? Good God, man. Stop the nonsense. Stop it. Let's be decent people again. If you like what you hear and you want to subscribe, please do. I don't know where it's going. I just don't know where it's going. But it's not going in a place where I think it's a good place to be. Stand up and be counted. Go to the good. Keep hope alive. But by gosh, be ready for all kinds of crap coming down because these people are not good in their souls. And you religious people, you're the You really disturb me. You should be across all the media shouting to the top of your bloody lungs, Christ would not want this. Christ would not want this.